Doctors, I've been feeling... I think something's wrong. There's this girl at school that I really like a lot, you know?
Okay,
and every
yeah.
time I get close to her, I feel this sensation in my stomach.
So that's why I brought you in here, because this is what he described, and I'm like, I need someone else to hear this.
I'm worried.
I'm a foot doctor.
I know, but you had to hear.
I'm worried it might be some sort of advanced stomach cancer.
So as you see this girl that you like, and you
Yes.
feel kind of like all weird in your stomach.
Yes, and then my heart starts going maybe a little
Okay.
faster. I sweat.
Yep.
These attacks, they can last for, I don't know, quite some time.
Okay. I've put your symptoms into ChatGPT,
Okay.
and it's told me you have a medical condition called crummy tummy.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's, I was just going to diagnose that, he has a crush on this girl. Is what I was gonna-
Well, the machine says it's crummy tummy, and it says that the solution is to prescribe you a heavy set of opioids.
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I mean, are you sure that's the doctor? I mean, I just brought you in here because I just wanted to show you how adorable this was. I mean, sorry, how old are you?
13.
This 13-year-old boy clearly just like, I think you just have a crush on this girl. And I think it's just, I think you're just getting nervous around her.
Well, maybe, but there's this other story I haven't told you all the way yet.
Okay.
There's this other girl who I've been kind of like best friends with since we were really young.
Uh-huh.
And now that we're hanging out still hanging out in junior high here and all that, well, I feel these symptoms sometimes around her as well.
Okay.
So, again, I think this is some sort of definitely an advanced stomach cancer, or a crummy tummy, maybe is what
All right,
you
okay.
call that.
Look. You have two choices here, kid. You can either just go with my diagnosis, which is you just have a crush on these girls. You're just changing. Your body's changing. You're starting to notice girls, and you're just feeling kind of, happy and woozy. Or you can go with my friend's diagnosis and continue on this path and spend countless hours and money on expensive hospital treatments.
Plus a shot of morphine. Right now.
We cut to a pre-operation, and Jordan's about to operate on this patient.
All right. I'm going to make an incision on the foot. Slice him open.
Doctor, he says
Yeah.
he says it's in his stomach.
Yeah, didn't you
Yes.
diagnose him yourself with crummy tummy?
I did, yes, but I'm a foot doctor. That's the only thing I know how to operate on. I don't know anything about stomach surgeries or tummy surgeries.
Why didn't you think did you think to mention that to anybody at any point before this surgery started?
I mean, we've already anesthetized him. He's completely out. He's thinking you're going to go into his stomach.
Well, I'm a specialist. I'm not a generalist. I operate on the foot. I know the foot. I'm very comfortable.
Is there anything wrong with his foot?
I don't know until I cut it open.
I think you could probably tell at least a little bit before you cut it open.
His nails look long. They look kind of yellowish, a bit thick.
Everybody's nails look like that happens. with Nails. I mean, what's up like a pedicure he needs, not a foot operation, doctor.
Might have some gout.
And plus, you diagnosed him with this crummy tummy disease.
He's expecting you to fix his crummy tummy.
Well, actually, technically, ChatGPT diagnosed him. We can let the machine do the surgery if that would make you feel more
We
comfortable.
cut to ready for the operation. All right, so I'll just type it in and then it'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, just type it in.
All right. Okay. It says to make an incision in the tummy. And then it goes on about something about heart shaped and it talks about trains for a bit.
Sounds like this is going to be a pretty easy surgery.
Okay.
I'm willing to give it a try. Thanks for pulling me out of the gallery. I was willing to watch a surgery. Now I get to do one.
Well, we didn't have any doctors that would go with this, so I guess you just have to do what the thing says.
Yeah, great.
All right, so I've typed in, and here's a little artistic drawing of how you're supposed to do it. I guess.
You can tell the computer made it.
You have like 4 hands in this. I don't know why, but
Probably because how deft I'm going to be with the surgery. It's going to look like I have 4 hands.
maybe don't wave that around first of all. So I guess cut 4 times.
You look very happy in the picture that it generated.
Should I do 2 hands at once? Dual wield?
I mean that's what you're feeling.
Okay, here we go.
We cut to a funeral. Jacob was a kind boy, a young 13-year-old who's just discovering himself for the first time. But a horrible case of crummy tummy took him down, and we'd like now to have some of the doctors that worked on him say a few words. And we're just so heartbroken that he passed away, and this crummy tummy is just has taken another life.
Yeah.
Doctor.
I worked on the young lad, and I'd like to say a few words if I could.
Yes, of course, Doctor.
Today is a dark day, and I think we're all thinking the same thing. That it's unfortunate a patient would get surgery without being able to pay for it. Now, I know this might not seem like the right time, but if everybody would get their wallets out, maybe we could pass a hat around to cover all the surgical expenses.
It's fair. They did operate on him.
Yeah. All right, well, I have something to say, too, as the doctor who ultimately killed him. I'm not actually a doctor. I was just in the crowd to watch a surgery that day. And
Nobody blames you, Doctor. Nobody blames you.
I dual-wielded 2 scalpels, and I think that might be what ultimately killed him.
You did what you thought was right. I mean, clearly it was Crummy Tummy that did this, which is why we are starting, in his memory, the Jimmy Anderson a foundation for the defeat of Crummy Tummy, and we will never let this happen to another child again.
And then like a girl with like big boobs runs over and says, "I was going to let him do me."